We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake. Mayfield. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
incomplete pass on second down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Throwing, Mayfield. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Jackson.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. Remember, he had his hands on one earlier and had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Ryan Switzer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down. Check three.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Chubb able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Dobbins. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. They go play action with Jackson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Greg Newsome.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Bryant has it.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off with great anticipation, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Boy, again, they won't get this off in time. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They go play action now. Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Second and 10.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
Second down and 7.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 6. Mike 6. I got
A run for Nick Chubb. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Heavy set out there on 3rd-and-1.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Chubb running right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Hunt. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Mayfield now. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. And that
is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Jackson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Now it's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
This was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Baltimore, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year.